Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Hopefully this is going to be a treat. This is the Ballast Point Cinnamon Raisin Commodore American Stout. This comes in at 6.5% alcohol by volume. I am a big fan of what Ballast Point does. It makes some very tasty beers. But on a side note, they've gone to this silly ass code on the bottom of the bottles. And you got to turn it up, and this one says 16240. So to me, that tells me it's the 240th day of 2016. So if you know how to read that code, you know, good. But they're one of the only few that's printed on the bottom of the bottles, and it is a code. It's not a month, day, and a year, which is what we need instead of some silly ass code. I actually got two of these. I got one from Rico and I got one from Greg. So we're going to do them both together. I appreciate Rico and Greg both sending me one of these. I have been drinking some of the Victory at Sea beers, which are 10% or so alcohol on those, and those usually end up being the final beer of the evening, and this one's going to be the final beer of the evening tonight. I'm getting ready to have some dinner, so we're going to review this one and see what it brings to the table. Commercial description on this one says, ale brewed with natural flavors and natural flavors added. Why do you got to add natural flavors? Why don't you just brew something and not add anything to it? That's all the commercial description says. Isn't that appealing? Ale brewed with natural flavors and natural flavors added. I find it funny when they write stupid shit like that. That's surely there's somebody there smart enough to figure out that they could write something more appealing than that. Ale brewed with natural flavors and natural flavors added. Oh yeah, let me run out and buy a truckload of it. Come on. That's crazy. That's nutty. Well, let's get on with it. That's enough of that horse shit. I'm going to get the cap off of this one and get it done because I don't want it to be a 20-minute beer review. This one costs $2.75. Still got the sticker on top. Food Parent Cuisine is barbecue. The cheeses are buttery brie, good Havarti Swiss. Your earthy cheeses, Camembert Fontina, General Chocolate Dessert. The meat is beef, shellfish, smoked meat, game, and grilled meat. Glasswater pint, Beckernotic, tumbler, mug, San-Sadell. I'm using my favorite tulip glass and not recommended for extended cellaries. And I've got the notes here. About a quarter finger of head on that. Let me get it over to the light before I put it down. Yeah, it's pretty dark. Pretty pitch black here, guys. I'm not getting a lot of light through the thin part of it. And Greg writes, new brew from Ballast Point, a stout with a bit of a spicy kick to it. And Rico writes, 6.5 American Stout, no date. I see a timestamp underneath the bottle with a bunch of numbers. Probably needs to be deciphered, which I just did for you. Should not have to. I agree. Sold in 6 packs, and he said he purchased it a couple days ago, and I've had it for a while. So Greg just sent me one, so that's why I added them both together. I hadn't reviewed Rico's from a time before, and then Greg just sent me another one. So we're going to review Rico's and Greg's together because I'm not going to do 2 reviews. I don't do reviews normally within a year's time. If you've got 2015 and I get a 2016, I'll re-review it. I'm having the breweries. I just had 6 Point send me a global warming that I did 8 months ago. I just had Lagunitas send me a pale citrusness however that's pronounced, that I did 8 months ago. I'm not going to re-review these beers in the same year, guys. It's just not going to happen. There's going to be at least a 12-month span of time, and the beer hasn't changed. It's the same damn recipe. So, surely they can come out with something newer than what I reviewed 8 months ago. So, if not, it goes in the fridge and I'll drink it at my leisure. I'm not going to re-review it. Sorry. Tough shit. Alright, let's get on with this one. Like I said, don't want it to be a long video. Let's get a nose on it. Getting chocolate notes. I'm getting a little bit of booziness for a 6.5%. Now that may be some bittersweet chocolate or something, so we'll see what we get on the taste. There is some dark fruit in there, some raisins, maybe some figs, bittersweet chocolate. I'm not sure they've done any kind of oatmeal or anything with this. And there's just a slight hint of some cinnamon. So let's see what we got on the taste. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Cheers, Greg. Big time cinnamon on the taste, guys. Ooh, too much cinnamon. Whoa, way too much cinnamon. A little bit of raisins. Some nice roasty malt. They have way overdone it on the cinnamon on this one, guys. But like I'm doing the cinnamon challenge where people pour it in their mouth and do that kind of crazy stuff. Yeah, it's overdone with the cinnamon. Too much cinnamon for this guy. Right out of the freezer, let's let it warm up and see where we end up with this one. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got a little left here. Also, moistening is left on the glass. They've overdone it on the cinnamon on this, in my opinion, guys. Just my opinion. Some people may really love this beer if they're into the cinnamon. Too much cinnamon for me. The cinnamon is overpowering everything else. It's overpowering any kind of chocolatey notes, any vanilla notes, any dark fruit notes. They're there, but they're so subdued by the overpowering of the cinnamon. Not sure I would buy this beer. Now that I've had it, I'm pretty sure I probably would not. Their Victory Sea beer is much better than this. Too much cinnamon for me. It's overpowering everything else. Final chug. If you can handle that much cinnamon, it's not a bad beer. But to me, it's just overpowering with the cinnamon. They've added too much cinnamon to this beer. Too much. Too much. Guys, to me, I'm going to give this, I don't think it's an A beer, guys, to be honest with you. They are doing some kind of dating code on the bottom of it, with the 16 being the year and the next three numbers being the day of the year. Not a fan of that style of dating. They could just as easily print it somewhere on the bottle instead of doing a code. And they do that to give it a longer shelf life, guys. I've told you this many times. And a lot of people don't even look at the bottom of the bottle. They look at it and they say, oh, it's a stout. Oh, the 6.5% is going to keep for a little while. Maybe the cinnamon will die down over time. I'm not sure. I do have another one. Like I said, Rico sent me one and Greg sent me one. I'm going to stick the other one in the closet and maybe cellar it for a year or so and see if the cinnamon dies down a little bit. I don't know if I'll re-review it or not, but I'm going to let it sit for a while and see if the cinnamon dies down just a little bit. Probably won't, but we're going to give it a try and see what happens. So, to me, guys, it's a B beer, and I'm going to put it in the B category. 85, straight down the middle of the B. To me, this is a 6. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate doesn't have any score. Not enough people have commented on this beer for them to give a score. A Great Beer has it at 92. Good numbers from those guys, and 93 in the style. I find it's a decent beer, but the cinnamon is too heavy. And for our final check-in, we'll go over to Untapped. They have it at 3.75, which is right at their B+. My numbers are a little conservative. I just don't like that much cinnamon in this style of beer. I want to be able to taste the raisins and the bittersweet chocolate and maybe some vanilla and some roasted malt. They're there, but they're so subdued and overpowered by the cinnamon. You're not getting much more than just overpowering cinnamon. So that's where I'm going to put it. If you've had this one from Ballast Point, this is their Cinnamon Raisin Commodore. Let me know what you think, guys, and come on back tomorrow. Let's dig something out of the fridge. See you then.